Well, hey everybody, this is Kevbo Jones here with another episode of the wonderful world of baseball cards. We are here live and on location in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm visiting my older brother Todd's place, and we've been talking about doing this video series for a while. I'm affectionately dubbing it the Memphis Baseball Card Chronicles. We both kind of started getting back into collecting last April. I've kind of dabbled in and out over the years, but my brother was never really much of a collector. He'd get the complete sets every year from about 1977 probably through about 1985, the Topps products. But something happened last spring where he kind of got bit by the bug and started collecting and wanted to focus in on some of the all-time leaders, rookies, and that's morphed into some pretty wild and fun things that you're going to see over this video series. So tonight I thought we would start off with some of his kind of what I would call maybe oddball cards. And it's just really fun stuff. And I'm going to kind of ask him about some of these cards, why he got them, and I thought we'd just get into it. So this first one is pretty fun. This is a 1999 Flir update Eric Gagn. Rookie card. Actually, believe it or not, a tougher card to find than you would expect. And I don't know if you want to tell us a little bit about this one.
Sure. So this is part of an all-time Major League Records collection that I'm working on. I did a lot of research, and I put together a list of what I thought would be unbreakable records. And Eric Gagn had 84 consecutive saves. And when I think about all the pressure and all the media coverage in today's environment, that seems to be an impossible or nearly impossible record. So I went on the hunt to try to find this particular card. Found one previously that was graded that I let go. And when I saw this one come up one half step down, I said I better grab it because there aren't a bunch of people racing to go get Eric Gagn rookie cards graded. But it's in the collection.
And that's why I said, I told him, I said, keep looking and maybe you'll find an upgrade down the road. But they just, Eric Gagn, he was something though for about 3 years.
Yes, he was.
Unhittable, really. Now this one was actually a gift. I gave this to my brother. This is a 1981 Coca-Cola Kirk Gibson rookie. My brother's a huge fan of Gibson. Particularly because of his big World Series homer in 1988 that kind of shocked the A's and went on to them taking the series in 5 games. But, he was looking for a Kirk Gibson rookie, and they are another one that's super tough. So I thought I'd surprise him with this Coca-Cola rookie. It's a PSA 9. I know the Topps in a 10, there's only a handful of them, and I think it's a 5-figure card. 5-figure card, I think. But this one is just one that I got for him as kind of a gift, and I know you're a big fan of Gibson.
I am. I still periodically watch the at-bat. The Vince Scully call is classic. It's a 9-minute at-bat, and with no baseball up until recently that they finally agreed to get going, that 1988 Game 1 World Series was on MLB Network, and I watched it, and it was amazing again. Still gives me chills like it was when I was in college in '88.
Now this is fun. This is kind of a subset that he's gotten into based off kind of his all-time leaders set and concept that he's been doing with his collecting. But this is kind of a fun one that he picked up. This is a 1983 Topps Ricky Henderson record breaker card. And this one is for the modern record for steals in one season. I don't think that one's ever going to be touched.
That's 130 stolen bases, and Ricky Henderson is another one that's in my all-time collection. He leads the majors all-time in runs, in single-season stolen bases, all-time stolen bases, and leadoff home runs. All records, I believe, won't be broken.
Yep.
And one of my favorite players of all time. Very dynamic. He traveled around to many different teams throughout his career and still continued to produce all the way to the end.
Yep. So there's that one, and then this is a fun one too. Another, of course, record breaker card that's super fun. This is the 1992 Topps, and this is the gold version of this card for his breaking Lou Brock's all-time steals record. My brother really likes to kind of commemorate some of this stuff, and you'll see a few more of these down the road. They're pretty fun, but this is just a really unique card, and having the gold is really nice.
Yes.
All right, now this one is fun. Now I think I might have kind of started my brother on the kick for these. I got him one of these cards as a Christmas present. It was I believe a 1989 Topps All Stars Glossy card, and it kind of picked up his interest on this player. And this is really fun, and I'm just going to kind of let you talk about this one a little bit.
Yeah, so when Bo Jackson came on the scene, so this is his All-Star Game card, and Kevin, if you show the back, his picture holding the trophy. Bo Jackson was one of those transcendent athletes in baseball and football that just took the country by storm. He was really rivaling Michael Jordan at the time for most popular athlete. And when you think about his highlights from football, from baseball, the amazing plays he made in the outfield, but also his home run prowess, just a fantastic athlete and one of my favorites.
Here's another one. This is the 1991 Score Rifleman card, which is just absolutely fantastic. There's a great clip of him. I think it's like Harold Reynolds or something. Was on first base or second base, and a guy hit a double, and Bo Jackson threw him out at home plate by like a country mile. It was pretty fantastic. So he's been kind of, my brother's been enjoying these subsets here, and this one is kind of a fun one. And why did you select this one? This is a classic, the 91 Bow Breaker.
So it's a classic. First of all, any athlete able to break his bat over his leg is something special. But the modern twist on this, I have two sons that are college age that haven't really been baseball fans, but I've been introducing them to some classic players, and Bo is one of those. And I showed them some footage, a compilation put together on YouTube that included this clip, some of his football highlights, some of his baseball highlights where he climbed the wall to make that spectacular catch, throwing people out. They knew him from Tecmo Bowl as the Nintendo portable systems
where the guys would just bounce off
made
him.
Their resurgence, and they'd bounce off him. And I said, I'll show you one better. I'll show you that in real life. And some of these clips that fans have put together on him have been absolutely amazing. So one of my favorite players from that era, and such a shame that he had that degenerative hip issue, which ended his career.
Well, and like we were saying earlier, I think Bo Jackson honestly was the one athlete who might have been actually more popular than Jordan for that 87 through 90 stretch when he was
pre-championship.
Jordan hadn't won championships yet, and everybody had that Bo Jackson poster, black and blue, in their room. And what I really like about what I get a kick of with that Bo Jackson card is that I went and saw him at County Stadium with my dad. Was so excited to see Bo Jackson, and he went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. And on his last strikeout, he broke the bat over his knee. So that was my Bo Jackson. Now this one is absolutely fantastic. This card is, oh man. I saw this last night, and this was just peak junk wax, but absolutely fantastic. 1988 Score, 87 highlights card for Paul Molitor, I believe his 39 game hitting streak.
39 games.
Oh, and this is just absolutely fantastic. Todd and I actually saw at least one game from that stretch, maybe game like 36 or something. I think we went. But to talk a little bit about this one and the cards coming up
that
too.
Particular game, and he led that game off with a double. And 1987 was a special season for Brewers fans. That's the year they started 13-0, moved it to 20-1. That was the Easter Sunday miracle when they put it to 12-0 with a walk-off home run by Rob Deere. But this, when I talk about unbreakable records, there's not a DiMaggio card in the set tonight, but you think about 56 games, and even back then in 87, how much pressure there was on Molitor, and it ended at 39. I can't imagine anyone getting to 56 games today, but this is my favorite baseball player of all time, and I've seen a lot of his games.
Yeah. And this one is super fun too. I saw this one, and one of the things that we joke about all the time is how difficult it is to find a good Paul Molitor card, right?
Yes.
Like, honestly, there's so much, because he had so many injuries in his early part of his career, probably through the first 5 years of his career, battled a lot of injuries on and off, and it robbed him of a lot of stats. So My brother is always on the hunt for good Molitor cards, and he found a couple fantastic ones.
I have, and just while he brings this next one up, in the early part of his career, there were more windbreaker and prison wall shots.
Yes.
Paul Molitor
Yes.
than I'd care to collect.
Yes, think of his 79 tops, the 81 tops, where he's looking like faded up against the brick wall. Just if you guys look up the 81 tops Paul Molitor, it's horrible. It's like, yeah. But this is super cool because it's a nice Molitor action shot in his prime, and it's a Desert Shield, which, you know, those cards were fantastic. I love these Desert Shield. And were you just did you kind of just decide to go with the Desert Shield, or was this just because it was a Molitor action?
I liked the Desert Shield because of what that meant back in 1991, but also fantastic pose because it's very hard to find good photos of him, of his classic swing, which you could tell was going to turn into a single or a double.
And this one I feel like might be iconic in that it perfectly captures his follow through. It's at County Stadium, the pinstripes. This was, I think, his last year as a Brewer. This is the 1992 Topps Gold Paul Molitor, and it's just, this is a fantastic card. Yeah, I mean, I don't know really what else you could say about this. It's just this beautiful. You got the red fence of County Stadium back there, and
classic follow through, and their historic uniform.
Yeah, yeah. But look up that 81 Topps Paul Molitor. It's pretty hilarious. He looks like I don't know if he's high or hungover or both. Now this one, I was going through his cards last night as we were working on this video, and this is a total oddball. And I don't know, I just, tell us, this is a 2000 Flir 3000 Club Paul Molitor. Pretty, like, random card.
Yeah, I was looking for a 3000 hit milestone card for Paul Molitor, came across this.
Okay.
I'd never seen a card shaped like this with this sort of cutting and casting as part of it. And again, that was pretty special when he got to 3,000 hits. And I had not seen a card quite like that. And when I saw it, I said I had to grab it and add it to my collection.
So it's a die cut. And yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, it's a milestone card.
That's right.
Yeah, so my brother really likes milestone cards. So that's something for all you collectors out there. I like the weird stuff too. He also likes the buddy cards, which I call them combo cards, and I love the ones from the 50s and 60s. But he has discovered some of the more recent buddy cards, as he called them. I think he got turned on to them. I was doing a video, and I had a buddy card with Ohtani and Trout, I think. Halo's Heroes, I think it was called, from a Heritage set, and he saw that and really liked it. It kind of picked up his interest, and this is just fantastic. So this is from the 2018 update. Of course, Yelich and Kane. Great freaking card. This one is called Throw Your Hands in the Air, and 2018 was just awesome.
The Brewers were so fun that year, and that really pulled me back into watching baseball and carried me through all of last season. But Yelich is just another one of these players. Beautiful swing, fantastic athlete, and the whole run the Brewers were on, small market team, having a resurgence like that. I'd been after trying to find just the right Yelich card. Not a fan of getting a Miami Marlins rookie, and I just saw these in his Brewers uniform and decided that I had to pick this up because I enjoy these special combo cards, like Kevin said, that aren't your run-of-the-mill player cards.
Yeah. So this is, like I said, I would kind of consider this kind of oddball stuff, maybe with the exception of like the Molitors and some of that, but there's been some really unique stuff. We got two more we're both huge Brewers fans, and I think I maybe conned you into getting this one and the next one, maybe. Maybe not the gold, maybe, for this one, and I don't know.
You had me upgrade this one. I was going to get a different one, and you said, check out this one.
So I would say I don't want to say I hoodwinked him into getting this, but look at the shine here. It's pretty fantastic, right? This is a 2019 Topps Chrome Sapphire Yelich, and I saw this. I wasn't going to feature this in the video, and he was like, "You're not going to show this one?" And actually, like, he's coming around on these a little bit, I think, these kind of sparkly cards. I'm a big fan. I love the shine. What do you think?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I had been a purist, not doing a lot of these refractor and more specialty cards like this Sapphire, but I was looking for just the right Yelich card with the 2018 stats on it because I bought a lot of cards in the
You've
past,
always liked
including
that
for
with
Kevin.
the stats.
I liked when I've been able to memorialize the past season and look back at the stats when that particular player had a great season. And of course, his 2018 was fabulous. And this is a great pose, his batting pose, and the Sapphire edition really makes this one special.
Beautiful. And then the last one is another one. This is kind of, then we got a few more. We're going to transition into a couple of kind of fun, high-end things that are a little different. But we're kind of coming down the home stretch. This one, I don't know if I told you to go for the gold on this one. This is the 19 update Yelich highlights card. I had never seen this one, and I was sitting there, and then you texted me, like, what about this? I was like, 14 home runs in April. I just thought it was fantastic.
So another milestone card. Yelich got off to that incredible start last April and thought it was a neat commemorative card for the run that he was on in the beginning of last year's season.
And this is number 1666 of 2019. So pretty cool. That's just a fantastic, that's a great card. This is fun stuff to get. Now, this was part of his kind of all-time collection and a little different than what you might normally get. This was one of the earlier cards that you picked up as opposed to maybe the 92 Bowman. You went for something a little more kind of high-end.
Yes.
And this is the 1996 Leaf. This is beautiful. The 1996 Leaf signature Mariano Rivera autograph edition. I mean, Rivera A has a beautiful signature, but I mean, it's a Gem 10, Auto 10, absolutely beautiful. I don't know if there's anything you want to say about this.
All-time saves leader here, about as clutch as it gets, both in regular season, playoffs, World Series. Amazing career for this guy, and a full stand-up gentleman too as well, with some things he's done for charity and otherwise afterwards. Absolutely great.
Unbelievably high-end, beautiful card. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And then we're going to actually transition with some autos. And we're shifting gears just slightly. I wanted to sneak these in. These are super fun. So last Christmas, I was doing some Christmas shopping and kind of trying to figure out what to get my brother for Christmas. Ended up not going into this direction. Got him a Kobe rookie and a Russell Wilson rookie instead. But I had mentioned that we were looking at this, me and his wife, Tammy, were looking at Roger Federer cards. So I mentioned, he didn't even know that there were tennis cards out there, I don't think, right?
I didn't. And Roger Federer, he's part of my favorite athlete collection. He's definitely from tennis. And I've been looking around to find special cards of his. And I am a huge fan of the run, especially that he had for that 5-year stretch, mid-2000s. And this is a classic Roger Federer, U.S. Open in the background, which is my favorite of all the majors, and autographed card by him, and just the classic Federer pose, getting ready for his one-handed backhand. Incredible athlete, and he's one of the guys that for that stretch when the players couldn't beat him, they wanted not to like him, and they all did anyway because he's a class act on and off the court.
And has a great family and a great wife, too. Like, it's just, this is a great, beautiful card. I think this might be one of your favorite in your whole collection,
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And then finally, just capping it off with one more Federer, and I believe this is his rookie.
His true rookie.
So this is the 2003 Net Pro Elite Federer, and it's just a gorgeous card. I mean, I don't really know what else you could really say about it.
It's the start of his career. This is right as he was leading up to where he made the big run through all the majors and just started winning tournaments. He's won more than 100 tournaments all time, 20 majors. Unbelievable player.
Yeah. So, folks, this has been a lot of fun, and this is going to be a little series that we're going to do. We may shoot another one after this, but I'll probably upload it maybe tomorrow. But I also wanted to just make a note of these beautiful cards in the background. My brother has really gravitated towards the Topps Project 2020. He's got his original Ripken there, and then I thought it would be a good idea to flank it with the Rochester Ripken. And this Tyson Beck Ripken, holy cow, like, I'm so disappointed I didn't buy one of those when they were coming out. He's really going all in. Who are you collecting for Project 2020? What artists?
So, Jameson, Rochester, Thiel, Old Man Allen, Mr. Cartoon, King Saladin.
Sure.
Not sure.
Not sure.
And then I'm doing a Henderson player run, and I'm doing a Jeter player run.
Okay.
And Ben Baller.
So we've been having a blast with this Project 2020. It's been amazing. We went and looked through all his stuff last night. Probably spent about an hour and a half looking at it. And we may sneak one in where we just lay out a bunch of Project 2020 cards and just do a real short video and just admire them.
Just start talking about them. That's right.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for
fun.
letting me be your guest tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this.
Yeah, and we're going to probably see you with a couple more videos down the road. All right, this is Kevbo Jones. Collect what you love what you collect. See you soon. Peace.